Hey, what's up guys, it is Secure Sam here and welcome back to the channel, and today I am super excited to bring you guys a brand new C# tutorial in Unity. Today guys, we're going to create a NPC shop. So earlier we made like an NPC interaction, I guess it was, and now we're going to create a shop itself. And we're not going to use any like very complex inventory system for the player, for the moment at least. If you guys want a tutorial of an inventory system, let me know in the comments down below and I'll make it as well. But for now, we're just going to add the item that is purchased to the players. So as you can see, we have a new scene here. First and foremost, right off the bat, we have a directional light player, which is pretty much just a rigid body FPS controller. So if you want to add that to your game, you can do that, or else you can use your own player script too. That works pretty fine. Then we have a ground, which is just represented by a plane, and then we have an event system, which I'm going to remove because I was just testing the scene by adding a UI canvas, and we're going to use a canvas too, or the UI system in Unity. So be ready for that. Anyway. We can actually get started off by, let's see here, we can create a UI canvas for the moment, and let's see, we can create the canvas itself. Yeah, we'll just let it be there. It's going to work with the camera anyway, and we can also say constant, no, it's scale with screen size that we're gonna pick here, so that it scales with the screen size when we maximize our play, etc. So now we're going to create a, oh, and also we have a little folder here called NPC shop, but you don't have to use one. It's just for me to keep it more organized. But I am going to create a new C# script inside of it, and we're going to say, let's see here, well actually, yeah, we could just say NPC. Pretty much. I hope the other script is not called NPC if it's still located in the same project, but it was not. So that's good. Now that we have this script here, we can actually add a cube into our scene. There we go. We can move it down a little bit, just a notch. Alright, so this is going to be our NPC. I am always so creative when it comes to these videos. Let's see here. Alright, so we can just have it a little bit closer. Now I'm actually going to add a rigid body to this, and we can move this up a little bit. We're also going to add a new box collider, and let's see, we can make the size to 1.5, 1.5, and then 1.5, and we're also going to check the is trigger, and this is going to be on the box collider that we just added, not the one that it comes with. The one that comes with it, we're just going to let it be. And we can actually call this for NPC, and we can go to player and tag it as player now. There we go. And we can also go back to the NPC and we can add the NPC script to it. There we go. And now we can actually open it up. It's gonna open up in Visual Studio here. I never know what this means, but let's act as if I have it under control, right? So there we go. Now we are in the script. It doesn't really matter what kind of ID you're using. You can use MonoDevelop as well. It works just fine. Now I guess I'm gonna get started by saying public void updates. There we go. I also turned off the function for Visual Studio where it like auto completes and the entire thing, which is so smooth now. That feels so good. And we can also say, we can just say like public button, button, I guess, like with a capital B and then just a lowercase b. And we're also going to state that we're using Unity engine.ui just right above the script or the class, underneath the using Unity engine. So this should actually be included automatically IMO, but whatever. So now we can actually say public game object player. Oh, player, there we go. And let's see here, we can move this down a little bit. And now we're going to create a new void called, let me fix this out, there we go. This one is going to be called onTriggerEnter. Oh, and also we're going to use a parameter called colliderOther. So the reason why we're using onTriggerEnter is because we want to trigger the player with the, or like whenever the player collides with this NPC, then we're going to activate the fact that he can shop from us. So we can also say, we can have this like private bool triggering player, maybe. And then we can, instead of our public void onTriggerEnter, we can say if other.tag is equal to player, which is the tag that we set earlier. just before entering the script. And then we can say triggering player is equal to true. There we go. So that's as easy as it gets. Let's see. We also want to have a public void onTrigger exit this time. There we go. So you can leave everything else just the same. You can literally copy paste it if you want to. However, I still challenge you guys to write it down on your own so that you actually memorize the code a little bit as well, because you don't lose any progress by doing that. So it's always good to remember the code a little bit as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're going to say, hold on a bit. We can actually create a public void start. There we go. Oops. The spaces for me is so important. Like, I need to have them as perfect as possible. So now we can say button btn. We can pretty much call a new variable by using that that name as the variable name, basically. And then we're going to say button.getComponent button. So many buttons here. There we go. And we can also say button btn, better to say, on click, or else. Nah, this is actually best to do like this. Then we could just say add listener and task on click. There we go. There's the name task on click does not exist. Okay. Did we do something wrong here? This is a question that I have right now. Let me see here. Button get component button. All right. Task on click. That should actually work because we're just adding a listener. But oh well, I'm gonna test this out. Oh, I see. So you have to add the function before, or like you need to have the function inside here as well. So we're basically going to say void task on click. There we go. And we can also have this as a public void, I guess. It doesn't really hurt anybody to actually have it as public. To test this out, we can actually just say print hi. Pretty much. Let's see, did we miss out on anything? I don't think so. We could perhaps have it like... we could perhaps remove this for a bit and just say if triggering player. Maybe we should also have, yeah, hold on, we're gonna actually say shop enabled, and there we go. Oh my goodness, I hate when this happens. There we go. So we're going to create a private bool shop enabled, and inside of our void update we're going to say if triggering player, then if input.getKeyDown keycode.e. Oh wait, we can actually say let's see, shop enabled equal to shop enabled. There we go. So now we're going to basically say if the NPC is triggering with the player, so the player is close by to the NPC, he will be able to press the E on his keyboard, and then we will switch between shop being enabled and not being enabled. And when it is enabled, we're going to say print lol. I am so creative when it comes to these things. I already told you guys. You guys should remember this now. Hopefully this is going to work. So now first and foremost, we are going to add a button to our scene, so we can go to UI. Then button, there we go. It's a huge button here. We can like move it. Oh no, not that axis. All right, there we go. Yeah, that looks better. We can have it like on top, in the middle, like aligned really central. Well, it's not really central horizontally or vertically. Let's see here. Wait, where is the, oh yeah, NPC. So we can move the NPC here just to not forget about that. What we're gonna do here, we're basically going to say, we're gonna rename this button to like purchase. yeah, just purchase, and then go to player, no, sorry, NPC, and instead of our NPC script, we're going to drag and drop the purchase into button and player into player. That's pretty much it. So fill the slots there, then we can play the game and see how this works. Oh wait, hold on. We actually had to add one final thing before we do our beta testing. So we can say public game object canvas, and if, let's see here, shop enabled canvas dot set active true, else canvas dot set active false. There we go. So now we're going to enable and disable the canvas upon playing the game if we don't have the shop enabled. Oh yeah, hold on, we didn't attach it. There we go. So you now drag the entire canvas instead into canvas slot here. Now we can play the game, and you will see that canvas is disabled at first. When we enter the collision zone, oh wait, we actually don't have a collision zone for the player. Box collider. We're gonna do the same thing with the player like we did with the NPC, so we just add a new box collider. We make it as trigger, then we can maybe have it like, I don't know, maybe 1.5 on this too, and then 1.5, there we go. Now it should end up better. So let's see here. There we go. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Stable enemy or NPC. There we go. All right, so now we can actually click the button and you will see that we have a text of lol. Get cucked. So this is working. And now we're just going to have to add the functionality of the, like the mechanic is working, but now we're just going to add the functionality of actually shopping an item. And we're going to start off by creating like a very simple player script here. There we go. Player score or player money. There we go. We can add that script to our player. There we go. We can open up in beautiful Visual Studio. Oh. We have it. We got it, boys. Alright, so let me organize this before I get triggered. So now we're just going to say public float or int money. And then I guess we can just use this variable for the moment, and we can return to player money if we have to like add a new variable there. But for now, we are going to be fine with that. So let's see here. We can also go to Unity and we can set money to 100. All right. So now we are going to go to NPC and we are going to create a few new variables. So first and foremost, public game object item, which is going to be the item sold. And we're also going to have a public int price, which is going to be the price for that item being sold. So let's see. We can also go to Unity, rename this button to something more. Let's say we're going to have the NPC sell a sword, right? So we can go. What am I looking for? Where is the text for this? Oh, there it is. Wow. Okay, so we can call this sword, right? Or we can just write in a sword. There we go. And speaking of swords, we can actually add a very simple cube as well, because you know me, I am so intuitive when it comes to these kind of things. Let's see. Then we can name this word too. There we go. We can just drag it and drop it here to make it a prefab, and then we can delete it from our hierarchy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see here. We're not going to print lol. We are going to basically check for if selling is true. So we're going to say sell, and we're going to create a new function right below this one, and we're going to say public void sell. Oh, there we go. Oh no, my keyboard layout just changed to US. Uh-oh. Wait, there we go. So, there, boom. And then now we're going to say if actually, yeah, if we could just make it very easy and say, yeah, whatever. We can just say if player.getComponent player money dot money is greater than or equal to price, then we're going to be able to sell. So sell. Wait. And if not, oh my goodness, this is getting me so triggered right now. There we go. Nice. Then we just say don't sell. All right. So for the selling part, we're pretty much just going to instantiate the item in the world. We're going to give it to the player by making it a child object of the transform itself, which sounds a bit more complicated than what it actually is. So we're basically going to say instantiate, let's see, instantiate the sword item, which is item dot transform, and then in a like, well, we could just instantiate it in the player location, player.transform.position quaternion none.identity. There we go. And we're also going to say, we could say like game object item spawned. Oh my goodness, this US layout piece of shit, I swear to God. There we go. So, we're basically setting it a, oh, we can actually make it transform. There we go. Makes it easier. So we're basically saying item spawned is going to be the one we actually spawn whenever the player purchases the item. And we're going to have it like that because we want to access the item that is being spawned after the purchase itself. So now we're going to say item spawned set active false, because we obviously don't want it to be active right away. Dot game object dot set active. There we go. And we can also say item spawned dot transform dot item spawned parent, I think it was, and then we just say player dot transform. There we go. So we're going to make the player the parent object for the item that is being spawned, which is going to result in the item following the player infinitely. So maybe we can have like a print here saying you don't have enough money. I don't know, get richer, boy. If you're on Discord, you know what this means. The emoji, oh my goodness. All right. Oh yeah, we also have to drag the money out of the player bank. So we're going to say player.getComponent player money, money minus equal price. There we go. Very simple, quick maths. That's, as my boy says, I forget his name. Man's not hot, guys. But yeah, I think we're ready to test this out, to be honest. Almost. So we're going to drag and drop the item here, and then we can set the price to like 50 or something like that. Let's test this out. I mean, we have nothing to lose out of it. So we approach the NPC, guys. We press E. Oh, there we go. We press word, and player money is decreased. Great. Let's see if we have. Yep, it's working. It's working. So we have this word bot now, and it's added to the player bank, or whatever you call it. I like the word bank, so I'm using it a little bit more. But basically, this is a very simple shop system. And this is how it could work, you know, obviously, if you have many items in your, I don't know, RPG game, FPS game, whatever you guys are creating, you could have like a very short extra bit of script where it basically like reads off a for loop, I guess it could be, to read off every item you have in your game, which is not that hard or difficult as I explain it. If you guys need help with that, leave a comment down below or join the Discord server. It's going to be linked in the description and in the pinned comment down below, and we're going to help you guys with that. So join up Discord, you know, become a part of the community if you're not already. If you are, I love you guys, you know, you're a Discord squad, you know what I mean. But really, it's really not, you know, more difficult than what you actually make it as difficult. So just keep it up, and I think we're pretty much done here now. I don't really have anything else to say. So now, as you can see, we can purchase an item, we drag off the money, we have a static money for the player. You can obviously have a little bit more intuitive system by creating, like, I don't know, drops or something, so that the player can actually, you know, pick up this money. And if you need any tutorial about this or anything else, let me know in the comments as well. I'm always all ears for feedback and suggestions and all that. You guys know me. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. We're going to have some giveaways, etc. So also join Discord for that. And hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. It really shows some support. And leave a comment, like I said, if you have any feedback, etc. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the comments or in the Discord server. See you guys. Bye bye.